Hi, Geek Cross. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back for a very exciting, long-awaited comeback reaction, and we'll be reacting to Tomorrow by Together, TXT 2x2.
Yes, so TXT Tomorrow by Together 2x2 is back today with a new release. The title track music video is called Good Boy Gone Bad. Obviously, we have watched the teasers in advance for this, ever since the logo was first announced, actually. But before we get into the video, a couple of disclaimers about this reaction in particular. Number one, you may notice Peyton has a different background.
I am in a hotel room, a very small hotel room in New York City, so there will be noise outside. Apologies.
And apologies, because there might be noise on my side too. Anyways, disclaimers aside, that being said, let's go! Why am I so nervous all of a sudden?
Oh!
A very different reaction than what they were probably expecting.
He's just so cute. Oh, don't bury him.
I realized
animalistic.
I need to be saying things.
Oh.
This was a teaser.
Uh-huh.
Or the...
Wow, wow.
It's very spooky season, which makes sense because they literally dance in a cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, the eye! That's cool.
I really like this style of music.
I like electric guitar.
I love it.
It's the electric, isn't it?
Oh. Ooh!
Oh. Zombie. Sequence.
Tomb of Love. They're like burying their friends. Oh.
Yeah, it's very anthem-y. It's like an anthem for all the broken-hearted people. All the woes in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like, that's so cool. They're leaned back.
Ah, the license plate. Huh? What was that? Oh no! Single tear. So artistic. Oh, Joker left.
Oh!
Again? What?
I like being back.
It's like he will. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Oh, I get it.
But
It's
I just.
like, yeah. Yeah.
Facials.
Uh-huh. Okay, bye.
What's gonna happen for the next?
It's just
Okay.
a logo. This is a long time for the
It's
logo.
a very long logo. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into comments. Miss Anna, would you like to start us off?
I feel like before we officially start comments for this music video release, we need to like update people on things because because since our last Tubatu reaction, which was Loser Lover, there have been developments. We already had shown in that reaction that like Peyton was getting really into them. I have since gotten really into them.
As is usual, I got into the group first, and then Anna reignited my passion for them when she got into them 3 months later.
That's a very poetic phrase. Reignited my passion. Did you share who your bias was last time, though?
No.
So you should.
But you started this, so you go first.
The designated favorite role in Tubatu for me is Terry.
We love Terry in this household.
Kang Tae-yeon. But I solely refer to him as Terry. Peyton.
But so my designated favorite might be a little bit different than what I told you all last time. I don't think I mentioned it in the reaction, but several people asked me who my favorite was. And I was like, oh, probably Youngjoon. We've since decided Youngjoon is my alter ego because of the excessive twerking. But my favorite member is Pongyu, my little bear.
So yeah, now that that's out of the way, about this release, I like it. I mean, we were both saying in the reaction too that Peyton really likes this music style. I'm just really into anything with a good electric guitar sound.
I really like this music style, and I really like just the concept that goes with it.
Pretty boy angst.
That's what someone once described my music style as, pretty boy angst. I was like, you're not wrong.
They are pretty boys, and they're very angsty.
Very angsty. Also, just the concept, good boy gone bad. Like, even when the teasers started coming out, Anna was like, Peyton, are you okay? This is for you. Because we always joke on this channel that my, like, I didn't want to call it a type, the trope that I am, like, weak for is the bad boy with the bleeding heart.
Lee Sang-hyun.
That's what this is. So I was all about this. Like, the line that Taehyun said, that was really weird. For instance, there's, like, the line that Hyunhee said, and it's like, love is a lie. I loved that lie, and I was like, you probably saw my reaction, I was like, ah!
Musically, though, because I feel like all we've done is fangirl so far.
This is like a rite of passage. Every time we get into a group, the next reaction is mostly fangirling.
I'll balance it out a little bit. There were musical elements that I really liked in this. So like one characteristic that I've noticed of Tubatsu songs, now that I have actually listened to their entire discography, is they use a lot of layered background vocals to add depth to the song. And they do that in this as well, but they sort of do it as like a progression, like heightening of it, which you see in like the first verse when the song is introduced, because this is really high energy the entire time. I mean, like, you notice the electric as well. So I enjoy that. Also, they had the sequences. When I said in the reaction, after Hyunin-kai's part, his entire line in that section is just like an ascending sequence, and I was like, we love a good sequence. We do. But it's also like building the suspense and the energy because this is like a very suspenseful song. But then I was thinking about, is it like a romance horror? Because it's like creepy. But then brokenhearted? Reverse warm bodies.
I was gonna say it's the horror of a broken heart.
Oh, okay.
So I'll even out the fangirling with some dance comments as well. So one thing that I noticed in this, if we're going to talk about the horror concept, I thought some of the ways that they built shapes in the verses really added to that. Like, I was thinking specifically about Subin's first line, when you mentioned in the reaction, like, oh, this is one of the teasers. But the way that they're together, they're in a straight line, alternating facings, but they come together by, like, twisting their arms around each other. It's almost like vines, like, snaking out and, like, grabbing onto something, and then they're, like, twisting. Already that part in the music is a little bit creepy, but then it like adds more to it as they're coming around.
It's Devil's Snare.
And then something else that I noticed in the chorus, where it sort of shows like a contrast to that, is the chorus is very strong. It makes you want to move to the beat, and you'll see in the reaction, like I was moving to the beat at the same way they were moving their heads in it, but their stance is very wide and it's very strong. Like, they're not doing a whole lot of footwork, especially in the first like half of the chorus. It's very like strong. Because of that, you just get this sort of like determined, like they have like taken a stand, like they have changed, like they are showing you who they are.
Like an imposing figure?
Yeah, which like is already even more imposing because they're all so tall. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting because then in the final chorus, it is a little bit more like intense in the footwork. So it also shows the progression of like the story that they're telling.
I wonder, because you know how there's like the really big silence in the middle for the music video. I wonder how long that silence is in like the actual song itself.
So it's not that long, because I watched a little bit of the chorus, like the dance.
Oh, okay.
Is enough though that you notice it.
Yeah.
We were both kind of sitting there, and then Cheon-Jun popped up, and we were like,
I was waiting for you to call me out about that, and I was like, oh, she's not going to, but then you did.
I can only kind of call you out though, because I was also like, and then like the only other comment that I wanted to make at this point about the performance is just like their facials are so good for this. Like it reminded me of their Frost facials a lot. They're using similar like dark, evil, sort of like twisted looking up through the top of their eyes. And like they all do it really, really well, but I noticed it especially with Cheonjun in the dance scenes. And then with Hyuga in his acting scenes, especially when he's in the phone booth. It like really stuck out. Like the way that he's looking at the camera is really piercing.
Yeah.
Any last words?
They're pretty.
They are really pretty.
I'm getting really red.
Alright, well I'm gonna wrap up this mess. TLDR for today's reaction video is, first and foremost, 2x2, Tomorrow by Together, TXT, congratulations on a long-awaited comeback with Good Boy Gone Bad. We clearly enjoyed this comeback, if you can't tell by our reactions. We were into it because of that really cool electric guitar line, the concept, the performance, but also just the fact that we were excited to react to 2x2 now that we're both super big fans. And we're really excited for these promotions and for a lot of new content.
But that being said, if you'd like to talk with us more about 2x2 Tomorrow by Together TXT, about this comeback release, about Bad Boy with a Bleeding Heart,
No!
then feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!